afternoon, folks. We've got Sunday, 11th of May 2025, around 2:20 p.m. and we've got a scorcher today. Just got £10 out of the cash machine here at Asda. Well, I'll be going now. I'll be going to Poundland now, but tips in itself.
And we found that we use manure occasionally, like once every 4 years on our plots. We put it in quite deep, about I suppose about 6 inches of it in several layers, and work it right through. And that seems to work very well in sand, because the manure breaks down to humic acid, viscous dark material which coats the sand particles of the plants.
Lovely day. All the windows there, of course. I don't think the air conditioning works in this car. So I just do it the old-fashioned way.
So we have a rotation, so we use things like, for heavy feeders, we put brassicas in after we...
Yes, feeling the pinch this month. So I had to get a few extra things.
And not things like parsnips and carrots, which would be fibrous wood.
About a tenner. About 12 quid. That's what I get paid on the 14th. That universal credit carry on. And it's going to be a couple of tins of beans, a tin of soup, bread, on a milkshake, sit in the car for half hour. Then I'll pop to a shop, the opposite direction where I'm going now. Some fresh milk and some cheap tea bags. Happy shopper, they're only £1.09. 80 tea bags for £1.09. I could only get it in that local shop. Cheapest in Poundland, like the £3-4 for 80. Or you got them 1 cups, but they're crap. They're the 1 cup tea bags. Weak. Well, it's like gnat's piss.
How close you want to reach, and if you know the reach, but seaweed is a traditional fertilizer that we gathered in.
Oh, do you have witnesses outside the shop? They're dedicated. They've turned up white shirts and black ties. They're like Mormons.
Even if it didn't work, it didn't cost you anything other than a little bit of exercise and a nice chip to the season.
Yeah, I might go have a Warsaw because there's a cash machine. Have a Warsaw. At Wolverhampton Road. They give you £5 notes. Not many machines do that these days, but that one out of Warsaw does. I'll go there tomorrow and get it. So I'll probably need that £5 really till the 14th. A little bit of a chocolate jam here. I'll get that out. I might get a rough wood while I'm over there. I'll have a Warsaw away to one of the north. Something's happened up in here. I don't know what it is. Some kind of cash and carry or whatever it is. It's obviously popular. People like sheep, ain't they? They all seem to want to get somewhere at the same time. I do the opposite. I see lots of people going to one place, I do the opposite direction. I don't know how it's going to turn out good. Look at them. Yeah, you'll find I do completely the opposite. Poundland's pretty quiet right about this time. You don't get many customers. I'm now just over the box. I'm going to be in there 5 minutes. I'll be out. not going to be that quick in there. I'll probably bring you with me.
Could I have your recommendations for something that may be better than what we had so far?
Okay, when you say they don't work, what happens? Do they just die or
They just
blown away?
Gradually, they just go yellowy and the leaves turn brown, and
Okay.
I think they look wind battered and scorched, really.
Yeah, they're not happy with the wind and the salt and all of that. It's a beautiful place to live. What would be nice in a pot there, Neil Porteous?
Well, I'm the same as you, Robert. I live on top of a drumlin and I'm battered by the wind from every direction, so I can only grow things with small, narrow leaves. But having said that, there's some beautiful plants out there that you could try. As I drove here this afternoon, I came across, or in my garden, just starting to flower, was Grevillea rosmarinifolia with pointy leaves, beautiful pinky red flowers, very ornate looking. These are in the Proteaceae family, so you don't need any manure or compost. You just put them in straight soil with no adornment. Never feed them or give them anything. They're totally happy. Another one that grows really well, it came through the storms beautifully, was Euphorbia stygiana subspecies Santa Maria. And this is an island in the Azores that is probably one of the rarest plants in the world. There's only about 15 left growing on Santa Maria Island. And I can give you some seed of that and some plants at the end of the show. It's such an easy plant to grow from seed. You just seed off, so you're back in big leaves. And you'd think that wouldn't work up on top of a drumlin or where you are, but it's resilient enough not to worry. And another beautiful little one I have in the front garden that takes the wind beautifully is Ozothamnus rosmarinifolius, and it's a form called the Threve form from the National Trust place in the south of Scotland. And this is a silvery leafed shrub with no wind resistance at all, but it has sort of reddish flat flowers on the top, and it just looks fabulous. So these are plants I grow. They'll take anything thrown at them at all. If I grew a rhododendron or a hydrangea, it'd be blown away to Kirsty, Balmoral. So it's just not on the shot's not on the board for me to grow these sort of jobs.
We love a free gift. Kirsty, how do you manage?
You just got visions of flying plants now. Yeah, I've got like a suggestion of like tough plants that would hopefully do in your containers. So you could put something like a New Zealand flax, a phormium, into a container. So normally if you plant that straight into the ground, it can get massive and really sort of take over. You need a digger again to get it out. But if you restrict it in a pot, it would have year-round evergreen colour, and you can get them in lots of different shades, and it would be able to withstand that wind as well. I'm also thinking hollies are pretty tough as well, and they can cope with that wind. There's nice ones like Golden King that have lots of different variation colours that are yellow or golden. You could go down the grasses route. So there's a lovely grass called Hacanaclora macra, and they grow that a lot in Japan in a pot, and it's really sort of structural. It looks really attractive in a pot, and even going into the autumn, it turns a lovely sort of golden bronze sort of colour too, and is nice and structural, and would be absolutely fine in a windy location.
Oh, some lovely ideas. Anything to add, James?
Yeah, I might try something like a stone pine. So it's a very resilient pine tree. It's the one you see very frequently in the Mediterranean, right next to the ocean. So exposed to salt, exposed to lots of UV light, exposed to lots of wind. And I think in that kind of environment, it's actually going to look a lot better. I think there's sort of two types of nature. There's kind of very pretty southeast of England dog walking territory kind of nature, neatly pruned, nicely clipped. And then there's that rugged, wild, what to me is just much more exciting, that kind of landscape that you see in North Wales that just feels good and amazing, and it sounds like you have that climate. And if you grow a stone pine in a pot there, being battered by the winds, growing in a much more tough environment, it's going to start to look gnarled, twisted, these kind of beautiful aesthetic shapes. It'll look like a Japanese master has shaped it to look like something that's grown in that tough environment, as opposed to that kind of dumpy, perfectly symmetrical, might as well be 3D printed kind of form, which would look like if I grew it in the southeast of England. So I definitely recommend that, and if it gets battered, it'll just look better and better.
A few ideas there, Robert.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And for you and everyone else listening, all the plants mentioned by the panel will be on the Radio 4 website. Just look for the GQT pages and scroll down on this episode page and you'll find all the plants listed there. Now, this week is Hedgehog Awareness Week. As
Good job. Let's have a look at that. I'll just file in the receipts. Got a tenner. I should have beggar sitting outside on the floor. Yeah. But you won't see an illegal immigrant sitting on the ground outside Poundland on a Sunday afternoon. So I have to weigh the odds up. I'm on my arse myself. Pop in. If I do give him anything, it's only going to be 50p, because 90% of the time it's just to get a bag anyway, in it with the deer, because I'm sitting there drug dealing around here. Not that I'm bothered. I ain't too keen on the filth, so I'd never drop them in it. And I wouldn't come to the aid of a copper either. A crow looks a bit, is looking interested in that. He's looking interested in that bin there. Yeah. Crow is showing an interest in that bin. Yeah, mate, yeah.
I wanted to smell it because it's all the way up there.
Oh. Juice. Got this strawberry on, oh, it's small. I need some bread. These little bread. What's the date today? What's it, £10 anyway? According to this. What's the date on it? Oh, the 16th. Ain't bad. It's 11th today. So I'll have that. Got margarine at home. I'm going to get the milk and tea bags at the other shop later.
Cartwheel it, Brody. Oh, stop it. We're in a shopping centre.
Oh. These, they say £1, but when you add up, they give you 2 for £1. But last time, the woman, so I had 4, thinking I'd charge 2, but she charged 4. I reckon it was a scam myself, because she kept the receipts. I should be a bit more authoritative, shouldn't I, in these hard times. So it's there. They always say, do you want a receipt? Well, you know, of course I want a receipt. I need proof of purchase. I don't know if you've got any beans. Have they? No. The beans are gone by the way. I do have a couple of tins of beans, but look. Where's it going to be? Soap. I'll have to. I don't know. I said that I have to have 3 soups. And a vegetable. Oh. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know, get them tit shags at that corner shop. It's a couple of miles away. They're only £1.9. And I'm gonna get what else am I gonna get over there? The milk. I ain't too keen on this milk. It's got a funny taste to it. I'll grab some fish. I'll get a £5 tomorrow. If I need anything else. Yeah, could be. I shouldn't eat sweet things. I'm diabetic, you see.
Yeah, I'm going to pay good to check out. See ya. See ya now. Yeah. Okay.
It was sweet on the phone.
See if I'm still there.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Don't use the beans. Transfer beans.
No, the only exercise I get is keep me right on.
Well,
Okay.
so I'm going to talk on the phone. I don't want to ask you.
Now I'm going to get lifting points. Now you're going to let on for that. I'll sit down.
£10.74, please. Thank you. No, on it.
Alright, cheers.
Thank you.
£6.25. Not too bad. Cheaper than I thought. I'll go to that other car park. It's a bit more quiet and sort of a bit of shade. But if I can get up that corner. Oh, that's dark. I'll get a bit of shade. That guy who was sitting on the ground was gone. always get a funny look from me. Not a funny look, but funny. They always think I'm a cop or something. Actually, I grew up worse than them in the 70s and that. Spent a lot of time behind bars. Not hurting people or anything like that.
Drawing things from seed is the most engaging.
Just being a delinquent. Nothing to do with drugs or alcohol or all that carry on. Yeah, it is hard now, terrible things going on. I'm in the same boat. I mean, I turned 65 a few days ago. The job centre still threaten me with sanctions if I don't add job searches to my journal and my account, universal account online. They give me now, it might be an idle threat, but somehow I don't think it is an idle threat. It might be a generic message to send to every claimant. It doesn't matter who you are, it's still going to affect you. I'm going to the other car park. Yeah, just how they want it. Divide and rule. I noticed that guy had left. He knew I'd be coming out soon, so he must have. Didn't realise I'm an old school jailbird. I did it back in the day. But I'm not a predator, you know. I've turned my life around. I'm talking about the 70s and the 80s. 90s were mountain offences. And I know the drug scene, the drug culture better than them. A lot better than them. I'm going to go up this corner here. See that bit of shade? Just a little bit up this corner. Just there we go. That's what we've got. Yeah, nothing too special. I got some snacks, something sweet there. I got a couple of them porridges. But it looks like she's charged £2 for a pound, which is good. And she gave me the receipt, she didn't ask me. Hey now my face, because I'm all regular in there. Oh, they're fresh bread. Well, I've only got soups, but I usually have 5 breads with the soups anyway. So I've got today, Monday, Tuesday, I get paid Wednesday. Might get paid Tuesday night, after 9. So I've got them 3. Porridge in the morning, porridge Tuesday. I got some fig rolls. I got Marge. I got a bit of milk, but I'll get some fresh milk later. And 80 tea bags. But I've got a jar of coffee at home. I ain't desperate. That guy was last night, I would have given him 50p, but he's buggered off. Yeah, paranoid they are now. Oh, he's the feds. He's a fed. Far from it, pal. Trust me on that one. I ain't saying I'm on your side, I'm on nobody's side. I'm on my own side, but I don't go out of my way to put someone away behind bars. Do what you gotta do. Just leave the vulnerable people alone. You want to rob a judge's house, go ahead. Or have 50, 60,000 pound cars away. You got my blessing. Put the receipt here. Oh, I just opened this drink. Nice little drink, this. This receipt here. Pound and syrup. So yeah, I think she charged me £1 for 2 of them. Yeah, it's got outburst for £1. Well, they were £1 each, but you get 2 for £1. But a few last Sunday, this woman scammed me. I clocked it really. Obviously, you know, I wasn't adding what I was putting in the basket. It wasn't 100% until I got home and I added the things up. But she didn't give me the receipt either. She kept it to one side. Blatant, some people do that 10, 15, 20 times a day to customers. You soon get 30, 40 quid a day in your back pocket. In these hard times that we're living in. Doesn't stop me going there. I'll just engineer a situation where it's my turn and she's on the tool. I'll go behind the person who's behind me and I'll time it where I go to someone else. And I'll make it obvious to her as well. I won't say nothing, but she'll know why I'm avoiding her. It'll just be our little secret. Like I say, I don't go out of my way to get anyone in trouble. I ain't having somebody rolling me when I'm conscious of it. Fair enough, I might look old, but I ain't that old. Oh, let's have a look around my car. So I got the car parked to myself, that one here. On a Sunday afternoon. It's probably about, probably getting on for 3 in the afternoon. Still got to get this car to wash. The Birmingham Canal. It's quite a bit of a drop there. So I crossed barriers here.